All right, so in part 3, we're going to focus on inequalities and see how we do our shading and our dashing and our solids and all that good stuff. So if we take a look at this first graph, that is our parent graph for a base 2 log. And so we know those points. So remember again, the word log is like the what power. So what power of 2 gives me x. So what power of 2 gives me 8? That's 3. What power of 2 gives me 4? That's 2. What power of 2 gives me 2? So that's to the first power. What power of 2 gives me 1? That's 0. 1/2 is -1. 1/4 is -2. And then before I start filling it in, notice this says strictly less than. So that means that we're going to have a dashed function. And so that means that the function looks something like this. And remember, we have this asymptote here at the y-axis. So that means I can't have any x values on the y-axis or to the left of the y-axis in my shaded region. So then this says less than. Normally we would say below the y-intercept, but since we don't have one, we'll just say below the graph. So we would shade here below the graph, but not crossing the function here. So notice this would follow along that asymptote. All right, so then if we take a look at B, it's saying use that parent graph again, but go up 1 unit. So that means since that's vertical, I'm still going to have my asymptote here at y is equal to 0, but I have a new kind of like an x-axis that moved up 1 point, right? So at 8, we'd be 3 above. At 4, we'd be 2 above that new x-axis. At 2, we're 1 above. At 1, we're exactly at. Then 1/2 is 1 below, and 1/4 is 2 below, etc. Or again, you could have graphed your parent graph and moved everything up 1. Because it's or equal to, that means that we draw a solid function. And again, we've got that asymptote at the y-axis. So now we've got to be a little bit more careful because this says greater than. So that means shade above. But if I don't consider my asymptote, when I go to shade above, I might think to start shading over here. But remember, I can't take the log of a negative number. So none of these are part of my domain, nor is x equal to 0 part of my domain. So I can only shade in parts that are part of my domain, which is everything above the graph and to the right of my asymptote. So if we take a look at the next examples, again, we're log base 2, so this is going to be based upon our parent graph, but we have a horizontal change. So see if you can figure out what kind of transformation am I going to do and what does my graph look like. So hopefully you see that it's horizontal. So if I take x plus 1 and set it equal to 0, I have a new vertical asymptote at x is equal to -1. And then when I go to graph this, that means I'm going to start from here. So 8 steps to the right would put me at 7, goes up 3. 4 steps to the right puts me at 3, goes up 2. 2 steps to the right goes up 1. 1 step to the right goes up 0, and then 1/2, and then 1/4. And so then, and this says dashed. Or again, you could have graphed the parent graph and moved everything to the left 1 unit. All right. And then this also says greater than, so we want to shade above the function, but not crossing that asymptote. So everything between the graph and the asymptote and everything above that. All right, so see what you can do with D. Describe it in words. Oops, I forgot to describe this in words. So we're going to translate to the left 1 unit. Okay. So for D, this 4 is outside of the function, so that makes it a vertical change. And we like vertical because the scale factor is what it is. So that means we're going to expand vertically by a scale factor of 4. Okay. So what would have been to the right 8 to go up 3 is now going up 12. So that's about here. To the right 4 would have gone up 2, but now it's going to go up 4 times as fast, which is 8. To the right 2 would have gone up 1, but now it's going to go up to 4. to the right 1 goes up 0, and 0 times 4 is still 0. To the right 1/2 would have gone down 1, now it's going to go down 4. And to the right, a fourth would have gone down 2, but now it goes down -8. Okay. And because it's less than, that means that we're going to be dashed. And we still have that asymptote at x is equal to 0 because we didn't move any way horizontally. Everything was a vertical change. So I still have an asymptote at x is equal to 0. And then this says to shade where it's less than, which is below the graph. And so we would shade in this region right here.